When Nintendo came up with the design for the GameCube controller, I don't even think they could have predicted that 2 decades later, it would still be a preferred controller choice for tons of gamers. I'm sure a lot of it has to do with the fact that this is arguably the best way to play Super Smash Bros. But for me personally, something about this controller design and the overall feel of it make it truly one of the best controllers ever made. What's going on, guys? I'm Gamehead Ness, and today I'm going to be taking a look at the Power Bay made by Brook. This is an alternative dock for your Nintendo Switch that has two primary functions. One, it has GameCube controller ports right on the front of it, allowing you to use your actual GameCube controllers for your Nintendo Switch. And two, it enables you to connect Bluetooth headsets while playing games on the Switch. My experience with Brook as a company in the past has been pretty positive. I own a few converters of theirs that I use on a regular basis, and they work really well. So my expectations for this dock are that it's actually going to be pretty good, but let's open this thing up and take a closer look. The packaging is very simple. Inside, you pretty much just have the dock, along with 3 QR codes right here that give you access to the firmware, product info, and the user guide. The dock itself is nice and feels like it's made of good material. It's got a good weight to it, and over on the top it has a turbo button as well as a function button that allows you to connect Bluetooth headsets to your Nintendo Switch. The overall design is very reminiscent of a Nintendo GameCube, which I think is awesome. This flap flips up, and that's where you place your Nintendo Switch. One thing that I absolutely love is that the USB Type-C connector actually has some wiggle room to it, in the event that you might have like a skin or something on your Switch and you need a little more extra space. The front of the dock has 2 GameCube ports as well as 2 USB ports. Over on the back, you got the HDMI output as well as the port for the Nintendo Switch power supply. The Nintendo Switch fits nice and snug, and I'm not gonna lie, this thing actually looks pretty badass. The whole GameCube aesthetic really makes this thing look cool. You have to have wired Pro Controller communication enabled, and this thing recognizes the GameCube gamepad almost immediately. And of course, the first thing that I wanted to do was play some Super Smash Bros. With my GameCube gamepad, and as you guys can see, everything worked great. What you guys aren't seeing right now is that I actually have a pair of Bluetooth headphones plugged in, and the audio sounds very clean and crisp. Whether using a full-size Switch or a Switch Lite model, if you're using this thing as a tabletop charge station and converter for the GameCube gamepad, it works great with either Switch. Switching over to using it as an actual Nintendo Switch dock, I noticed that when I plugged in my Switch, it took like maybe a second longer for the image to appear on my TV than it would have had I used the official Nintendo Switch dock. But once everything was all set up, everything ran silky smooth and I didn't notice any kind of latency. Playing some Mario Kart 8, the image looked great, and using the GameCube gamepad worked just fine. As much as I love the Nintendo Switch Pro Controller, man, it felt good to be able to use my GameCube controllers once again. This thing just had me wanting to try all kinds of games using the GameCube controller. Here I am playing some Mario Odyssey, and it ran surprisingly good. The dock can even be used with a cell phone, tablet, pretty much any device with a USB Type-C connection port. And you can even plug in a keyboard and mouse to the USB ports and use it kind of like a mobile workstation. So the Power Bay for the Nintendo Switch. Kudos to Brook, man. This thing is outstanding. I absolutely love this product and can't say enough good things about it. As if using my GameCube controllers wasn't good enough, the fact that I can actually now connect my Bluetooth headphones while playing this thing on the big screen makes this thing freaking awesome. 2 thumbs up for the Power Bay. I honestly see myself more so using this as a tabletop charge station more so than a dock, but this thing works great either way. If you're a Nintendo Switch owner, I highly recommend the Power Bay by Brook. It's definitely worth checking out. If you guys are interested in the Power Bay, I will put a link in the description below. Until next time, this is Ness, signing out.